Welcome to Tarot to a T. Today we're going to do a mid-March 2023 reading for the sign of Capricorn. And if this is the first time to my channel, welcome. And if you're returning, a warm welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. And I'm glad to see you here again. So we're going to open up a general inquiry. What message does Capricorn need to hear for mid-March 2023? And I do want to mention I'm going to start doing extended readings, but I can't do them for every sign. So what I would like you to do is to put a like on the video, and the sign that has the most likes will get the extended reading for, let's say I'm going to do 2 of those a month because I put these out twice a month. So the sign that has the most, traffic and likes will get that extended reading offered to them. And I'm going to start that probably the next cycle. So that'll be starting in April. So just thought I'd mention that. And a big thank you to anyone who's a subscriber. I always like to express my gratitude for supporters and subscribers. Okay. Now we're dealing out the cards of advice for Capricorn for mid-March 2023. And then we'll get right into it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, Capricorn. 9 of Clubs. You get something here that completed that you're very satisfied about. It could have been something that you, what am I trying to say? You put it in progress and it's taken a while, but you've reached some kind of achievement here. Not sure what this pertains to, but we'll keep going and see if it pertains to career, for example, or some kind of relationship. Well, you are following your desires, though. You're on a new start, probably springing off from this completion, whatever that was. Again, it doesn't have to be romance with the heart highlighted here, but it's about fulfilling, it's wish fulfillment. It's about fulfilling what you truly desire in some direction in your life. You got 2 cards on this position here. It's the King of Clubs and the 4 of Clubs. So the King of Clubs, you could be dealing with a power authority, somebody who has some kind of authority over you, has some kind of control. Could be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But the 4 of Clubs highlights that things are very secure and stable in your home. It could be that this fire sign, this King of Clubs, is helping you achieve that with the stability around the home with the 4 of Clubs. Let me just pause here for a second. I mean, King of Clubs basically, again, it's somebody who has power, authority either over you or just in general. They hold some kind of position. What's highlighted with them is they're a person who can provide guidance and counsel, generosity and support. I mean, it could be a spouse. It could be a spouse, but not necessarily. Somehow they're tied up with this stability in your home, in your lifestyle. 8 of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds in this position. So the Ace... 8 and Ace, is hard to say those interchangeably, so sorry if I mispronounce for a second, or misspeak. The 8 of Hearts is about going out and socializing and spending time with family and friends, just generally having a good time, but there's also the prospect of meeting somebody who's going to be significant in your life. And it could be around business or finance, because the Ace of Diamonds, I said it right, Thank God, right? The Ace of Diamonds talks about a new start in the direction of increasing your income, your workflow, for example, or just the kind of work that you do. I see that Eight of Hearts is just being putting you out there so that you're going to meet people that perhaps elevate you in your business somehow. Maybe they're going to come up with a job opening or opportunity. It's going to present itself to you, and that person's going to be a key player in increasing your abundance, increasing your finances. But you are highlighted here with again a kind of a new start. So I feel like with the Nine of Clubs, something completed here. You achieved some kind of goal. Let's say it was not super high. It wasn't a super difficult thing for you to achieve. But now that you are at that place, you're really focused on following your desires. But I think it does tie in with this Ace of Diamonds, and it centers around finance and abundance. So it looks like we have kind of a focus here, just to give you a rundown on abundance, stability in your lifestyle. In other words, being able to take care of yourself, pay the bills, and not having any crazy fluctuations in that area. I think in your past readings, Capricorn, I do recall that there was, I don't know, there seemed to be a lot of up and down kind of energy. Things were kind of all over the place for a while. Seems like you've reached some stability here, perhaps with that, again, with that, the help of that King of Clubs, the fire sign. But you also are designing that companionship with this Two of Hearts. Now, this could also mean companionship in business, someone who's on the same page, someone who sees things the same way you do. But it's a desire for connection and harmony in some way that fulfills you. And it's usually between just two people. It's not necessarily, hooking up with the right client or the right company. It's a little bit deeper than that, more personal. The Seven of Clubs. Now this came out right after that Two of Hearts, so there's some kind of feeling of things not going anywhere with the Seven of Clubs. It also could be a card of feeling trapped, like you're stuck in a situation that you can't change. But there is, I just will divulge this, there is a sense of kind of like needing, there's almost a desperation about needing to get out of it. I don't know if it's this desire for companionship has become such a highlight for you, and you're feeling really stuck. You're feeling really stuck in that area, and you're feeling like you want to climb the walls, break out the window, whatever it takes to get out of it. There's this feeling of desperation keeps coming to mind, but just, I don't want to paint a picture that you're desperate. It's just, it's becoming unbearable for you in some way. What else can you tell me about Capricorn for mid-March, please? Ten of Clubs. Well, you've wrapped up some kind of major chapter that involved travel. I mean, the travel could, now if you have been with me before, you'll know the travel can be physically, literally a travel in the sense that you are able to travel more now, or you're being invited to visit someone in a far off place or go on a trip with somebody. But it could also be mental travel, traveling from a less optimistic mind space to a more positive mind space and just having a better attitude going forward. But it's wrapped up some kind of major chapter in your life. And the travel is always, in whatever form it takes, it's on a positive note. It's for good reasons. So this isn't, not being settled and having to move a lot. It's not that kind of travel. It's more voluntary. It's more welcomed. But whatever it is, it's some kind of chapter that's closed for you here. Whoa, Four of Spades. Again, there's a focus on the home, the lifestyle, the way you're living in mid-March. This tells me that you came out of a period of stress, because this is denoting some kind of stress relief. Not sure if it was financial. Perhaps you were having to move around a lot, or something like that. But you are in this period of stress relief, which is fantastic. Again, I see a strong emphasis here on the stability around the home. Things are going really well there. Perhaps that's the achievement here. Perhaps that's what you've achieved. But you're on these new starts. You are determined to increase your finance, your income. You're looking for ways to make more income, or maybe a side hustle. But it's all about what you truly desire, what's going to fulfill you going forward. I am going to go ahead and look at cards of advice. Things are up in the air for you, yes. They still are. Things are unsettled. And I just think it has to do with the new starts, honestly. Because, let's face it, when you're at the beginning of something, it's obviously not settled. Because you're headed in a certain direction, right? You're going towards something. I will also say that this is also the Fool card in traditional tarot. Many readers see the Fool card as also that new start. Because you don't know what lies ahead. You don't know how things are going to turn out, not necessarily badly. It's just kind of the feeling of unknown and uncertainty, which can be a little unsettling. That could be what that Joker energy is about. You're just not really sure. Don't have a crystal ball. Jack of Spades. You could have a younger air sign around you, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or this could be you. If it's that younger air sign, they're really charming on the outside, but you kind of have to watch it because they have something mischievous going on under the radar. They kind of have a hidden agenda. I have no idea what that would be. It's just kind of the energy that comes out when that represents a person. Excuse me, I almost burped. But if this is you, well, the sign I'm reading for, there's a feeling of distrust around it. And I will say suspicion and a little bit paranoia. I'm not sure what you're not trusting. Perhaps it's where you're headed on these new starts. Again, there's that feeling of uneasiness because the Fool doesn't know what's around the corner. That could be where this is coming from. And because we are looking at your advice, to just kind of expect that you're going to be kind of in that state of not sure about things for a while in some regard. The Eight of Diamonds, though, tells me whatever solo effort that you are undertaking, and it definitely could be around business. Very strong indication with that, because this is the entrepreneurial card. The hard work, energy, and effort you're going to put into it will pay off. And you will reap those rewards with that Eight of Diamonds. So that's fantastic. Now I'm just getting that this unsettled energy and just not, your uncertainty around it could be around this business. I think when anybody starts a new business, whatever it is, even if it's not even on the large scale, there's a bit of uncertainty about how much effort and money do I put into this? Am I going to, actually make money at this? Is this going to be worth my time? All of those things. That could be what this Jack of Spades is about, certainly. Wow, you got the colorized jokers. Yeah. Expect things to be unsettled for a while, but you also have the Magician energy with this. Magician energy can be, I like to think of them as kind of the magic that can be worked in your life through the universe, unseen circumstances and forces that, again, with the Fool, you can't predict those, right? We always get curveballs and events or people even that cross our path that can change things definitely for the better. And I like to see the Magician in that positive light. I don't like to think that it's like you're going to get, smacked in the head with a hammer. No, we don't want to go there. So don't even get in that frame of mind that it's scary. It's a scary unseen coming towards you. For your advice here, I guess it's just expect things are going to be kind of unsettled around whatever this solo effort is, this thing that you've created or you're determined to achieve. I just like to frame it different ways to apply to different situations. Again, the disclaimer, this is a general reading, so if this doesn't apply to you, by all means don't make it fit the situation you're in, and please come back and check out the next reading, because it may. This one may just not be for you. Okay, so we're going to ask for a couple more cards of advice before we close this out. Six of Diamonds. You got a lot of options and opportunities coming your way to take financial responsibility. Again, I see that very tied up with things being unsettled and you not having a crystal ball and just kind of being uncertain. But again, I think you kind of need to rely on the magic of serendipitous events, synchronicities that can come in and like change the course of things literally overnight or on a dime, that can suddenly, make everything work out. Maybe it just, at the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to work out. That, again, is that full energy, like, what am I getting myself into? Where am I headed? And the suspicion around it that, it's not going to lead you anywhere. I just dropped the card, so I'll be right back. It's the card for you, I know. Look at that. Another new start. Ace of Clubs. This is encouraging you to learn new skills, knowledge, gain new expertise in some area. So you got 3 aces out here. Seems like, I know with you Capricorn, the latter half of 2022, you had things pretty much in a state of chaos. It seems like things are very settled now, and it's all about where you go from here. These new starts, the uncertainty around it, and being in the state of the Fool, not that you're going to get taken advantage of, but just that you kind of have to be open to what's in store, because you really don't know where you're headed. We like to think we can control our lives down to the the minuscule little detail, but that's, in reality, that's usually not the way it is. And I like to think that there are happy things that come our way. It's not always about chaos or failure or negative energy. You got to keep that faith, especially with that magician energy, that things can really turn around for you. The King of Hearts, 4 of Diamonds came out. King of Hearts is water energy, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. King of Hearts can represent kind of like a fatherly figure, someone who's definitely got power and authority. But they can lovingly guide you in a direction that's good for you because they have your best interest at heart, so you can trust them, and they generally care about you. But again, they have a very heavy presence. It's almost controlling, but not in a negative way, right? They just know how to control their I'm going to say control, but direct their emotion and their love and attention in a powerful way. The 4 of Diamonds, again, focus around security around the home, stability, but the 4 of Diamonds tells you, the 4 of Diamonds is a warning against overspending. So perhaps you are going to have some kind of fatherly figure, some kind of waterly, that's funny, water energy. I don't know, it's going to give you, I'm picking up like give you a loan. That's one scenario. And you have to be careful how you spend it. I don't like to go here, but it could be like an inheritance. Like a father like passing away. It's all good though. In the end, I don't want to focus on something that's that dark, because I actually haven't seen anything like that. Like, watch out. The only warning we see is you have to be careful with this windfall, whatever. I mean, like I said, it could just be you getting some kind of loan or even a gift. Maybe somebody's going to gift you some money. But it's a windfall, so it's significant. I don't want to just say they're going to lend you $100 and they're going to do it in a very loving way. No, I think it's more significant than that. So that's why I'm like focusing on the windfall aspect of it being significant, large enough that you could have a tendency perhaps to spend it in a way that's not wise, or it's enough that you think that you can spend beyond your means, and it's just saying that you shouldn't. You should be careful with that. I'm going to ask for one more card of advice. I don't want to end on that note. Doesn't feel right. Three of Hearts. Interesting turn of events with this. It's not huge. It's just that you're feeling a little bit torn, pulled in a couple different directions, and it's affecting you emotionally. Perhaps it comes on the heels of whatever this is. This water sign or this fatherly energy, this person in authority, and this windfall, and you feel torn in some way. Usually it's about, honestly, it's about having mixed emotions. I'll just narrow it down to that, mixed emotions. In some circumstances, this could be like choices between two different people. I'm not reading anything here about relationship, really. Not much came up about it except that Two of Hearts. It could be you're being pulled a couple different directions on how to use that money that comes your way. It could be as simple as that. You have your heart's desires in a certain direction, but you know better. You know that you shouldn't spend it that way. It could be as simple as that. It's just kind of, I think you're just being warned that you're kind of going to be in that quandary. But if you take heed with this Four of Diamonds, and be careful with that spending, and really it's specifically about extravagant spending. If you have to like repair your car, it's not like that kind of spending. That's fine. That's actually taking responsibility. And very nicely, this Six of Diamonds does talk about those opportunities to take financial responsibility. So I think that ties in with it as well. So I think I'm going to end it there, because I think it's just going to kind of go off on a tangent here where some kind of windfall that's going to come your way. You're going to be pulled in a couple different directions emotionally, probably around that. But you're going to have the opportunity to take financial responsibility. But these aces are really exciting because you're kind of on a fresh new start in some way. And things will be kind of up in the air in that sense for a while. But I don't think your home life is the issue anymore. I don't see like this tumultuous relationship thing going on. I think it's just about realizing that whatever effort you put in, and this is hard work. This isn't like something just being handed to you. It's going to pay off. But you kind of have to trust the process. I think your last reading was like trust the universe. For some reason, I keep thinking that was the theme. If you'd like to check out that playlist, it'll pop up in the right-hand corner any second on the video if it hasn't already. And you can review that. But I think it was something about trusting the universe, but I'm seeing it more as trust the process. We just kind of have to go with the flow and let things unfold, even though we don't see what's around the corner or what's headed our way. And so there's a little bit of worry around that. Just like, what the hell could happen now? Kind of atmosphere. It's possibly what you're thinking at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. And again, if you're interested in seeing an extended reading, next go around, or actually I think what I'll do is between readings I'll see how many likes I get for a particular sign, and then I will put the extended out perhaps for this reading here. That would actually make a lot of sense if I did that. So don't forget to hit the like. If you're interested in that, don't forget to hit subscribe notifications to see when the next reading comes out. And if you're interested in making a generous donation to my virtual tip jar, I have a link in the bottom of the description box. You can go and copy and paste that into your browser. Takes you right there. Appreciate that in advance if you're able to do that. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you gained some insight. And I hope you're excited. Okay? I'll see you again soon. Take care.